What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We're going to keep today's intro pretty short because we have a lot to get into today. But the biggest talking points: one, we have another grand slam in the San Diego Padres versus Rangers series. Some Rangers players and coaches were suspended. Next up, we have Mike Trout getting thrown at twice near the head. Maybe that Giants pitcher is going to get suspended. Who knows? And then also a no-hitter that went into the 9th inning. We're going to see if that pitcher sealed the deal. But without further ado, let's start talking baseball.
Myers drives one out towards deep left center field. Back goes Heineman at the wall. It's gone! Another grand slam for the Padres. Tatis last night. Today it is Will Myers, and with one swing of the bat, the Padres take a 4-0 lead.
Who needs a 3-0 count? As you guys just saw, Will Myers erupted yesterday with the grand slam, and to be honest with you guys, I don't think a lot of people are talking about the season that Myers is having. He's already up to 6 home runs and a 1,022 OPS. That is insane. Jurickson Profar also factored in a home run, so he is trying to get back into the lineup because he was losing some at-bats to rookie Jorge Mateo. And the biggest story from yesterday, in my opinion, I had a tweet go viral because Fernando Tatis Jr. stole third, up 6 runs. So he pretty much said to everyone, unwritten rules, they're unwritten because if you wrote them down, you would be disgusted looking at them. I officially can say that the unwritten rules of Major League Baseball might be extinct. I think it's time to have fun. It's time to promote Fernando Tatis Jr. and Ronald Acuna Jr. because the game, it's progressing, and whether you like it or not, it's happening. Now, real quick, I do want to mention the fact that Rangers manager Chris Woodward was suspended for 1 game, and then the pitcher, I don't even really bother to say his name. He was pretty much told what to do. He was given an order. He threw at Manny Machado. He missed, but that guy was suspended for 2 games. So that is the full story wrapped up in a nice little bow. Kentai Maeda took a no-hitter into the 9th inning, and then the first hitter, of course, Eric Sogard, had to ruin it for all of us. He ruined it in the 9th, and then the Brewers actually made a comeback, so it was 3-3. The game had to go into extra innings, and then guess what happened? Although he didn't get the win, Jorge Polanco, he made sure that, they came out on top. You know what's crazy about the Minnesota Twins? They score a lot of runs sometimes, but their team OPS is actually 17th, which is below average. They're still 16-8, so I don't know exactly how the Twins are going to be successful in the playoffs, considering they have moments of greatness and then they have moments of losing 4 straight to the Royals. So if you're a Twins fan, let me know in the comment section down below. What is the biggest weakness of this team? So like, the Astros have quietly won their 6th game in a row and are now only 2.5 games back up the A's in the American League West Division. Zach Greinke versus Antonio Senzatela. This was a match made in heaven. You have Zach Greinke looking like Cy Young version of himself, going 8 innings, not allowing any runs and striking out 7. And then Senzatela, he said, all right, bet. He also threw 8 innings, did not allow any runs, but had 6 strikeouts. Now this one did go to extras, so who came out on top?
Line drive, base hit. Miles Straw wins the game. The Astros walk it off 2-1.
Actually, you should have already known that because I just said the Astros won their 6th game in a row, so I gave it away. My bad. Now, the Cubs are playing great baseball as well. They had a skid of losing about 2 or 3 games in a row, but they got another great start from Yu Darvish. 6 innings, 1 earned run, and 7 Ks. His season ERA is now sitting at 1.8, but of course, when you have Yu Darvish doing that, you're still going to need some offense. Ian Happ has been a godsend this year with 5 home runs, a plus 1,000 OPS, and then look at this home run from Kyle Schwarber. It was hit so far and hit so hard that Javier Baez just stood at second base and admired it. You love guys like this. Javier Baez and Fernando Tatis Jr. keep playing the way that you are because it is so much fun and so entertaining to watch. We had another pitching duel down in LA. Marco Gonzalez of the Mariners tosses 7 innings, only allows 1 earned run and Ks up 9 different guys. But Tony Gonsolin of the Dodgers, he was a little bit better. 6 innings, does not allow any runs. He has 14 innings on the year and has not given up 1 earned run just yet. So let's see if he continues that into his next start. And then Corey Seager yet again, he delivers a clutch RBI as the Dodgers are now 18-7. They lead baseball in home runs, RBIs, total bases, and just won their 7th game in a row. The Dodgers, don't get in their way. You guys have been patient long enough. We're going to go ahead and talk about the Mike Trout situation. So The headline is crazy because the Giants crushed the Angels. It is a sad time to be an Angels fan, I am not going to lie. Mike Yastrzemski, he started off the game with a home run, and then Pablo Sandoval, he hit a ball at his eyelashes. I don't know how he was able to do this. The game was pretty much over in the third inning, and then Shaun Anderson became the topic of discussion. He came in, faced Mike Trout, and threw a couple balls 95 to 96 miles an hour straight at Mike Trout's head.
Watch out. Watch out. I mean, seriously, Trout is one of those guys that...
Now, after the game, Joe Maddon defended this young Giants pitcher, said that he wasn't ready. He's a young man who just isn't really capable of doing this right now, which is kind of, that's not high praise. When Joe Maddon says that about you, that you're not ready to be in the big leagues, that is something that the Giants staff is probably going to take note of. He might not see action for the rest of the year. Who knows? So yeah, there's Mike Trout kind of giving a reaction like, what is this guy doing? Throw the ball over the plate. What we're going to do now before we show the rest of the games is we're going to show a few web gems. We have Manny Machado at first base catching a ball in the outfield, and then Victor Robles, he's doing Victor Robles things.
Out to center. Robles, long way to go, and he gets there to pull it back in.
I mean, that's a 2-run home run. It's 7-6 Braves. Victor Robles goes over the fence.
Well, yeah, no, it is interesting because that's when a lot of these unwritten rules were put into play.
Over the shoulder catch made down the right field line. How about that play? Makes the catch. Ran out of our sight line and somehow...
Is your offense struggling? May I interest you in the Tigers, the Red Sox, or the Giants? And I promise you guys, the offense will be firing on all cylinders. Now, the Phillies, their offense wasn't struggling to begin with as they're second in OPS, but the Red Sox, they suck. I'm sorry, their pitching staff might be one of the worst that I've seen in my entire life. Hoskins goes yard for the first time since September of 2019, and then MVP Bryce Harper is back. He's hitting .367 with 15 RBIs and is second all of baseball in OPS. Edie went 2 for 4. Alec Boehm hitting .353, and then Phil Gosselin, he joins the party with Jay Bruce as they both hit home runs. I mean, the Phillies win their 4th in a row, and they're looking good. I don't know who's going to stop them anytime soon, especially when that offense is doing what they're doing.
That's wrapped way back, and that one is gone.
Anthony Santander, Babe Ruth. I'm not really sure who is who anymore because Santander is now up to 9 home runs, 25 RBIs, and a 1035 OPS on the season. Unfortunately, though, the Orioles, they do fall to Randall Grichuk and the Blue Jays, as Grichuk has been a machine. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs in his last 3 games. Travis Shaw hit a 3-run home run in the 5th before the Orioles tried to make a comeback. Now, I will show you the rest of the game because Chris Davis, he finds yet another way to be bad and cost his team a W. He has a throwing error on top of his 133 2020 batting average. I mean, that's got to be the worst contract of all time. Tarek Skubal of the Detroit Tigers made his MLB debut yesterday and got rocked by the White Sox. He gave up 4 earned runs on 7 base hits and only 2 innings. Dylan Cease of the White Sox has to be one of my favorite pitchers to watch. He's weird though, because he's disgusting, he's nasty, but he does not rack up the strikeouts every single outing. He went 6 1/3 with 2 earned runs, and then Tim Anderson, this dude has come back with a vengeance ever since he came back from the IL. He goes 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Moncada and Abreu continue to combine for run production. They drive in 5 as the White Sox are now 13 and 11. If you guys have not seen a White Sox game this year, I challenge you guys to do it because it's a lot of fun.
Oh my! If it's fair, it's gone, and it is! But for now, anyway, it's a 6-3 Indians lead.
He's sitting up there. Is that going over the top of the foul pole?
No.
That's a foul ball.
It's behind the foul pole.
Here we go. Yes, indeed.
Was that fair or foul? I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comment section down below because I would say about 90% of the people on Twitter that I talked to thought this was a foul ball, but you know what? I will take it. It was huge as Carlos Santana has been struggling. Now he leads the league in walks, so his on-base percentage is still nuts. The Mets are now on a 2-game winning streak as they beat the Marlins 8-3. They are now sitting at 4th place, so let the jokes begin. Who is going to be the 4th place team, the Phillies or the Mets? Brandon Nimmo collects 3 big hits as Davis and Smith continue to be just boppers. They drive in a couple runs apiece, and then Ahmed Rosario, he has a massive day with a home run and 3 RBIs. They now lead the league in total bases, I think, over the Dodgers, or they might be first and second, and then they're also 4th in OPS. I just don't understand why their pitching is so bad. If their pitching was even mediocre, the Mets would be playing at above 500 baseball easily. The Tampa Bay Rays are very mediocre at hitting home runs, but you know who's not? Brandon Lau. He continues to cement himself as one of the top second basemen in all of baseball. He has 5 home runs and 13 RBIs in his last 7 days. Austin Meadows and Kevin Kiermaier, they also collect 2 hits apiece. They're 3rd in runs, the Tampa Bay Rays, but again, their home run totals are not up there. So they just pile on the hits, and then they get 1 or 2 home runs a game, and that's the recipe for success. The Rays, don't count them out because they're going to be here the entire year. And the final game from yesterday, we have Luke Weaver finally returning to 2019 form. I thought that he was pretty good last year, and then he got injured. He tosses 5 innings, only allows 1 earned run against the A's, who put up a ton of runs. Nick Ahmed has a huge game. He's been a surprise for me the last 2 seasons. He's been great defensively, but last year he was mediocre offensively. Now he's breaking out. He had 5 RBIs as the Diamondbacks are surging for their 6th straight win. A lot of good teams playing great baseball right now. All right, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Today was a beefy statistical day. I know we had a lot to talk about today. There was some drama, there was some web gems, but I hope that you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you think of Fernando Tatis, and also, do you think that Shaun Anderson was purposely throwing at Mike Trout? I'll catch you guys tomorrow for yet another recap, but before you go, let's do this day in MLB history.